Guys, what is up? Back at you once again. It is your boy, Chin, that freaking Mark. And holy crap, what a fucky episode of Monday Night Raw. WWE can really not make up their minds on what the hell they just want to call things, can they? So, to open this here episode of Monday Night Raw, we have Triple H and Seth Rollins in the ring talking about who Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank opponent is going to be. And you know how we're going to decide it? Well, we're going to have two triple threat matches tonight here. And the winners of those two triple threat matches are going to go up against each other in the main event. And whoever wins that match, well, that's going to be your opponent. Pretty straightforward. We have all the people that are going to be in the triple threat matches come out in complete wrestling fashion just to speak a little bit of a promo, and then that's about it. Moving on. First match of the night, we're going to have one of those triple threats, that being Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio in what is a really good match, but the ending for it is just pretty sweet, alright? We have AJ Styles just catching Rey Mysterio's mid-air so he can get his ass into a Styles clash onto Samoa Joe just for a complete brutality there. And then that's going to get AJ Styles the win for this match. He's going to be moving into the main event for the night. Next up, we have ourselves a rematch from last week. It is Naomi versus Billie Kay. And you know what? In typical Iconics fashion, we have Billie Kay and Peyton Royce coming out, cutting a complete heel promo that honestly didn't really hit at some points. This time around, it kind of got awkward. But all in all, this match lasted like 30 seconds. Naomi won again for the second week in a row in a super quick fashion. Next up, we're going to have our next triple threat match for the night, that being The Miz versus Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. In what is a pretty decent match, it's pretty quick though, and the way it ends is kind of hilarious because Drew McIntyre gets his Claymore kick in, but Baron Corbin shoves his ass out of the ring, steals the victory, and completely pisses off Drew McIntyre. I guarantee those guys aren't going to be friends anymore, and Corbin's going to be in the main event. So we have ourselves AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. Who do you think's going to win? Cedric Alexander and Cesaro, who comes out to Sheamus' music, is next up here. And this is basically here to show people who aren't familiar with Cedric Alexander exactly who he is. And even though he was awesome throughout this entire match, it only took one uppercut from Cesaro, not Sheamus, to win this match. Still pretty good though. So next up, we were set to have the Viking Raiders. I had to write that down and make sure I was saying it right because, again, WWE can't make up their fucking mind on what they're calling things right now, versus what was supposed to be the Lucha House Party. But honestly, War Machine over here just jumps the Lucha Brothers, the Lucha House Party, before, sorry, not the Lucha Brothers, the Lucha House Party, before the bell even goes off, and it's just a complete beatdown, just to kind of make a statement. Viking Experience is the name of the finishing move, not the tag team. The tag team is called the Viking Raiders. Okay, I got it. Next up, Becky Lynch is cutting a promo in the middle of the ring, talking a bunch of shit about Lacey Evans, kind of basically implying that she's doing some sort of favors to get some advancements in her careers in the backstage area there. What are you talking about, Becky Lynch? Lacey Evans doesn't take that too kindly, as I don't really expect her to. She comes out, interrupts the man to basically just say a bunch of ladylike things, because Becky wasn't saying a bunch of ladylike things. And then it's Alicia Fox versus the man, Becky Lynch. Where the fuck have you been, Alicia Fox? Like, you're just gonna show up from not being there for months and beat Becky 2 belts? Yeah, no, not a chance of that happening. Becky Lynch got a disarmer in, regardless of how sloppy it may have looked, and then guess what happens? Yep, dick move of the night, getting hand out to the repeat offender, Lacey Evans. She comes in as soon as the match is done, and I mean as soon as the match is done, to deliver a ladies' right to Becky Lynch. That match is gonna be fire, but holy shit, Becky Lynch definitely better retain. Okay, this is just like Change Central next up here. We have Ricochet versus Robert Roode, the fucking sexy, disgusting, porn star looking Robert Roode here. Okay, Ricochet comes out. The very first thing that happens is they added like a Ricochet sound to his entrance theme. Get rid of that shit right away, okay? But you know what happens not too long after that? Like a really, more ridiculous lightning sound, I'm pretty sure, from what we've had when Ricochet takes his hood off in past weeks here. No, get rid of that shit. Just let entrance music be entrance music, WWE, for the fucking love of God. This match was pretty awesome. Nothing too crazy to go home about. It was just a really good display of Ricochet being Ricochet. But regardless of that, the new and improved Robert Roode is who got the upper hand here and the victory. So, maybe that means we're going to use Robert Roode to his best abilities because he does have the 6 stash to back it up. Am I not right, or am I not right? I'm right. Okay, and then we officially see Bray Wyatt on camera for the first time because, we already had his little fucking puppet video promos and shit like that. But yeah, Bray Wyatt is basically Mr. Rogers combined with Steve from Blue's Clues, and I really don't know how to feel about it. They're just trying to make it creepy, but it's just weird as fuck. I'm glad to see that his dreads have been cleaned up a little bit, and his beard's looking fresh though. So that's good for something. Next up, main event for the night, AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. Who the fuck do you think is going to win in this match, being that it's for a Money in the Bank Universal Championship title shot? Okay, AJ Styles wins with a phenomenal forearm because he's AJ Styles, and it's his first match after the Superstar shakeup on Raw. So yeah, he has to win and look like a badass. Seth Rollins comes out after the match is done to have a good old handshake of respect. And hell yeah, whenever we have that match at Money in the Bank, it's gonna be freaking dope. And guys, there you go, a very fucky episode of Monday Night Raw. Jesus, Lanta, there's my grading scale. I just gotta say, I cannot stand when people cannot make up their minds, let alone when my programming that I'm watching cannot make up their minds, okay? With all these just little changes going on and weird little quick-ass matches, I'm gonna have to give this one a dece, okay? It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it was just really weird, and I can't feel right saying that it was just a solid episode of Graps, alright? So there you go, some dece Graps for the night. And friends, there we are once again. It has been ya boy Chin, that freaking Mark, here talking about the Graps. Excuse my slightly gone voice. Alright, shit happens sometimes. I don't know what you want me to say, except for deuces.